person was involved in a property claim where a stage collapsed on them, and so they're gonna really give you the inside view of what it's like to be a client of mine,
And
and
get paid.
yes, yes, and get paid.
Compensated. Fairly.
Compensated. Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it. Because they both sustained really significant and serious injuries. And so they'll talk about the whole process of rehabbing from their injury to the best of their ability and what it was like to be involved in the litigation process from the inside. So it's going to be an interesting show and one that you really don't want to miss. If you can't make it, then tune in. We're going to be on YouTube live at 12 o'clock. And if you're just a radio listener and you want to see it as we're broadcasting, you have to figure out between now and next Saturday how to get on YouTube live.
As we are.
Yes, and it's easy enough. Just go to the My Philly Lawyer website, click on the Court Radio button, and it'll take you right to the YouTube live feed. And you'll be able to see us, you'll be able to hear us, you'll be able to post questions and participate in the show. But if you can make it live, you need to get an email to me, to Dean at My Philly Lawyer. I will respond. Make sure that you check your emails because you'll get a response, and it'll be a ticket to get to the show. All right? There you go.
May I take a moment, folks, to say happy birthday to my mom.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
Happy birthday, Mom. Yes, today, June 6th, Barbara Glenn turns a significant age, 80-ish or so.
Wow.
Yeah, those Glens.
What are you doing for Mom's birthday?
Mom loves dinner at Longhorn Steakhouse.
Well, all right.
That's where she was.
Okay.
We know where one's at.
So that's a plan. What's Mom's name?
Barbara.
Barbara.
Barbara Glenn.
Barbara Glenn.
Happy birthday, Barbara Glenn.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. What was your birthdays like when you were a kid? What did you do for your birthday? What was
It was mostly, I was the only child, so it was the three of us, ice cream and cake.
Okay.
Sitting around the kitchen table.
Mine
Carvel.
No, it was long before Carvel.
Oh.
Mine would be we'd have my boys over from the school. Like sometimes it would be, we used to go home for lunch.
Yeah, we did. Sure.
Right?
For an hour.
Yeah, I walked home. So they'd all come home and we'd have a birthday lunch together at my house.
Pretty cool.
Once in a while, if it was really a special birthday, we'd go to a place on Castor Avenue called Lenny's Hot Dogs. They had a place on Castor, and then they had a place down on South Street.
Lenny's Hot Dog.
Yeah, I'd get myself a hot dog and with what was it called? Oh, God.
Sauerkraut.
It wasn't sauerkraut, but it was kind
Relish?
of it was some sort of a special relish they made, and then a fish cake. Wow.
From Lenny's.
Yeah. It
What
was
in the Lenny and Squiggy is going on, right? Was this a stand or this a place you went into?
You went into it was a store.
It was a store.
Yeah, a little restaurant, I guess you call
Was
it.
there a jukebox?
There probably was.
Did people hang out
Yeah,
like? Okay,
yeah.
it was one of them
Yeah, oh
spots.
yeah, for sure.
Oh,
There
yeah,
was the
okay.
older crowd was hanging at Lenny's.
Lenny's.
Yep. Anyway, what's happening in the legal front today? Folks, if you got a legal question, give us a call right now at 215-227-2727. The number for all things legal. If you're on the tube, you can post your questions. Carly will funnel them to us. 215-227-2727. Did you know, Mr. Glenn,
What's that?
the 12-month grace period is officially over for Paul Miller's Law? What, you might ask, is Paul Miller's Law? That is, we as a group of Pennsylvanians and all those visiting us are no longer allowed to have a cell phone in our hand while driving. If a police officer were to look over to your car and see you holding a cell phone while driving, or maybe your head's tilted down, you could be stopped at this point, and fined, even at a red light. Even at a red light. And it's a primary offense, which means it used to be that they could only stop you if you had the tail light out or you were speeding, and then they tacked that on. But now it is a primary offense, and currently, if you're on the phone at any time while driving, the officer has the right to pull you over and give you a fine. And I believe that will be
$100.
a moving violation.
Points.
Yeah, it could be
That's
points.
worse.
Yep.
Now the question is, so let's say a police officer suspects that you were texting.
What do you mean
Can-
suspects?
Well, all they see is your head down.
Right.
Okay.
They don't actually know, or they may have to prove that you were texting.
Yes.
Can they actually take your phone and look to see?
No.
No.
No. No.
Okay.
No. You do not have to give up your phone to anybody for any reason unless you've been arrested, then they're going to confiscate your phone in the arrest process.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't use that as proof that you were texting.
Not until they have a subpoena to open your phone. First of all, how are they going to get
That's
your
the other
phone
thing.
open
Yeah, that's that
without
part.
giving your password? So
Right.
it isn't all that easy. But if they see your head down and then they stop you and the phone is sitting next to you on the seat, you might get a ticket and you might have to go to court and prove that you weren't on your phone. Well, they'll have to prove you were on your phone, but they may use other circumstantial evidence to accomplish that. And if they have a friendly judge up there, which usually they do in traffic court, so, you may end up getting a ticket. So, there are some states that require you to put the phone in a glove box. It cannot be within arm's length
What about
reach.
the cradle? No?
I suppose if it's on a cradle,
Right.
then
Hands free.
hands free, you should be good.
However, a tactic. Now, if your hands free on the cradle but you're doing this while it's on the cradle, is that
Well,
a violation?
what is
you know
this
what I mean?
that
you know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
did?
I'm doing this is on the cradle and I'm doing this.
He's
I'm tapping
indicating,
like I'm texting
yeah.
while I'm driving
Yeah.
or at a light, but it's in the
I
cradle.
think
What do you think?
that would be a violation. Yeah, if the hand touches the phone,
Right.
that's the key here.
Key is
key.
keep your hands off it.
Yes.
Focus on the wheel.
And I think, if people start to do that, I think we'll see less accidents, because I personally have witnessed accidents that you would never think could happen. And that is, there's a truck in the lane to your left and you're kind of, alongside the truck. So there's no reason why you wouldn't see it with your eyes. And yet the car slides over and crashes into the side rear of the truck.
Right.
That only
Drifting.
happens when you're drifting out of your lane, and that usually only happens when your eyes are not on the road.
Let me tell you now that I'm doing this scooter thing, right, guys?
You got to really be careful on that thing.
I'm driving, guys, I'm riding this big adult scooter. I mean, it's big. It's the monster scooter of scooters. Big tires, fat tires, every street legal goes 35 miles an hour. All of you are on your phones because I sit on this platform. You sit high up, and I can see everyone. Everyone is on their phones. Everybody, men, women, everybody. You're all doing it. You're all doing it. And some folks are going to get fined. I can see this coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
get.
it's gonna happen.
They got. They had this law way
Over a year ago.
long time
Yeah.
ago in Jersey.
Yes.
So I mean, I even got caught
Stop.
one time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think I might have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I even got caught.
Yeah.
So
I got a warning. But yeah, I did get pulled over for hands on the phone violation.
And
It was a warning.
it was just a warning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Move along,
I see
young
this
man.
happening a lot in Philly.
Yeah, take care. This is a no hands-free state. All right. Well, anyway, let's. And I'm interested to see if anybody. It's in effect now. So if you've been pulled over, gotten a warning, give us a call. Let us know what it was like.
Yeah.
And let us know if it changed your behavior. I mean, that's the whole point of this. The point is that the law is enacted to change our behavior because we, by ourselves, don't seem to be able to do that.
You gotta get smacked on the wrist a few times. Right?
No, we got to get smacked in the pocket.
That's the main way.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Smacked
That's what
in
it
the
is.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and it, like for instance, we're on this topic of changing behavior. I now drive differently on the Roosevelt Boulevard.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
all do. And Broad Street.
Yeah,
Or-
Yeah, we all do.
Or
Yeah.
at least you know when.
I just no, yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's
you know-
Oh, you
that's
can.
true.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
know when.
But but there's enough of them, and there will be more coming. That it gets to the point where you just chill, and you just say, okay, it's 40. I'm going to do 40, maybe 45, but that's it.
And everyone else is kind of doing it now too. You're right along
Like
in the stream
just
of traffic,
just
the flow of
do
traffic.
just don't do any more than 45, and you're safe.
And I think the law has had an impact. We have less deaths in Pennsylvania in the last year than we did in prior years.
I can see that.
Yeah.
With the speed bumps everywhere, the cameras everywhere now, everyone's behavior is changing. Plus, Dean, a lot of folks, this gas, man, folks are slowing down because of this gas.
Really?
It's expensive.
Really?
Man.
Yeah.
People aren't driving as much.
Well, that's true too. I
I can't tell.
guess
I
I
can
should.
tell.
I guess what I
No, I
can't
can
tell
tell.
because there's a bunch of people on the road
Oh,
every
yeah.
time.
I came home from the airport on Thursday,
Mm.
and we landed at like 3:00, and I tried to get home from the airport, and it was bumper to bumper for an hour.
See, you talking
At
somebody
3:00.
You talking to somebody on that scooter life.
No,
so
no. You're talking to somebody who's, when I'm not here, I'm at the driving range and everything. I saw all weekend long all this Roots picnic stuff and the FIFA traffic.
oh, Roots Picnic.
Well,
Are we
it's
getting
chill.
FIFA
Oh.
traffic already?
Yeah, they got the club on Lemon Hill already. Folks
Yeah.
are already funneling it into this town. But it's different. Everyone's traffic pattern has been directed because so many roads are cut off. And the volume to me just doesn't look the same, man.
No.
This doesn't look the same to me.
Well, I would say this. Like I said, we're seeing less accidents, less deaths, and
Which is a good thing.
it's a good
That's a
thing.
great
It's
thing.
not a great thing for my business, but but I can
Well,
live
you
with
endure.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
There's going to always be accidents because humans are operating vehicles, and we tend to take our eyes off the wheel sometimes.
Well, now that I'm in this EV world, which I'm in, because I'm going to get another one of these things. But are you getting a lot of those types of cases yet? Any EV cases, bikes, the delivery guys, the
Yeah,
scooters,
I have
the car-
gotten scooter and electric bike cases, of course. And I will say that when you're on a bike
Mm-hmm.
or a scooter that does not go over a certain amount of miles per hour, and I think the number might be 27 or 28, it's deemed to be a bicycle. You're a pedestrian. You are not a motor vehicle.
Right.
If the vehicle does not require a Pennsylvania registration to operate legally on the streets, then it's not deemed to be a motor vehicle. And so the motor vehicle laws do not apply. You don't get PIP insurance. You're not getting if you're injured, you're going to go to your health insurance, not your auto insurance. Even if you have auto insurance in the household,
Which I do.
you're not going to go to auto insurance. You're going to go to your health insurance to pay for your medical expenses related to accidents such as that.
Well, let me go ahead.
However, if you have auto insurance and you have an issue on your EV, your own personal auto insurance kind of kicks in, doesn't it?
If you're struck by a motor vehicle while operating an EV, you're deemed a pedestrian. That's your classification. And as a pedestrian, if you're struck by a car, you can go to your home for your medical expenses and for your uninsured or underinsured motorist. You have access to all of your policy coverages.
But this is under
If-
home.
No, this is auto.
Okay.
If you're struck by an auto, if you
Oh.
just have an accident while you're on the EV, and it's not an auto-related accident, no auto has struck you, then you're just going to your health insurance.
Gotcha.
I want to be clear about that.
Are there, because I see more and more now differently I'm on these roads, the biking lanes, the pylons, folks will double park in them, they'll park in them. Are they off limits at any certain time. I had to tell one guy, he was standing in the middle of the lane. I said, yo, man, I don't stand in the middle of the street. Don't stand in the middle of the bike line. He said, you know what? You got a point. And I'm noticing folks don't really think about it a lot. And I'm seeing more and more accidents, almost accidents, and folks who just don't even think about it. That, hey, there's another lane over it. They even have, some lanes have their own lights, traffic lights.
By the
are there heavier fines?
by the same token as the operator of an EV, if you're
Right.
coming down a bike lane and somebody's standing in there and you smack into them,
Right.
you will be responsible for that accident. If he was in the lane first, open and obvious, no different than if you were
In the
walking
middle of the street?
If you're in the middle of the street, okay, it's one thing if you jump out into the middle of the street. There's an argument that there was nothing that the operator of the vehicle could do. But if you're standing in the middle of the street as obvious as a traffic cone and you just simply plow through them, then you're going to have some responsibility as the operator of the EV.
I can see that. But
Now-
people know better than to stand in the middle of the street, though.
You're not going to have your auto insurance that's going to cover you on that, but you will have your homeowner's insurance. It's craziness. You know, you really there's a lot to think about. But if you have homeowner's insurance and you're the operator of an EV and you're responsible for causing an accident, then your homeowner's insurance is going to pick up that responsibility and hire a lawyer to defend you and cover your loss if there is one.
These are some gray areas. I think you're going to start seeing some different laws apply to EVs because I'm seeing so many of these things now that I'm in this world. And it's a lot of fun, but I can just tell you, motorists aren't prepared
Let
for
me tell you
this.
something. When you jump in, Mr. Glenn, into something, you jump in with both feet, okay?
All the way, right?
You know?
I mean, this is a dude. He sent me a video. He's got the helmet on.
Yeah.
I'm in the
He's
parking
doing
lot. I'm
figure
zooming. I'm doing
figure
figure
eights.
eights.
Yeah.
I'm going through grass and on grind. I'm going off of sidewalks. You're right, down steps. I
And
love it.
everybody's like, "Who's the old guy on the scooter?"
Listen, I'm not the only one out there. I'm just trying to tell you.
All right, let's take a call. We're getting too carried away with ourselves.
Why not? Why not?
Line one, Shantae. Shantae, welcome to Court Radio.
Yes, hi. Good morning. How are you, Dean?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I have a quick question. Back in 2022, I purchased a Mitsubishi Outlander, same year, brand new off the lot. A month later, after purchasing the vehicle, I was parked in the produce junction, and my mother was in the passenger seat. And as I'm coming out of the store, my car is just driving off, and I'm thinking my mother got in the car, drove off, but no, she's in the passenger seat, and the car is just going and crashing into the wall. She's fine, sustained minor injuries. But we went to, take it further and try to find out what happened. Who could she, sue, this, that, and the third. And she was advised to sue me because they did all the diagnostic testing on the vehicle and everything, and it wasn't nothing wrong. There wasn't nothing wrong with the car, as they say.
Okay, so cars don't generally drive off by themselves when we put them into park. I don't know if this is a manual car or an automatic. What was
What
it?
year?
The 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. I got it the year it came out.
Right.
Here.
So it's manual. It's automatic,
Automatic.
right?
Yeah.
The stickers in the middle between the seats?
Yeah. So what happens?
Yeah, it's like a joystick.
Okay. Yeah. We get it. We get it. So I think what they're saying is since they went through the diagnostics and there was nothing found to be wrong with the car, then it had to be driver error because maybe you thought you had the car fully in gear, like in park, but maybe you didn't. You didn't have the emergency brake set. Something was wrong with the way the car was, and they're blaming you for that as the driver of the vehicle.
Correct.
Yeah, and
And
so
the car was
I mean,
completely
theoretically, if you didn't put the car into park fully or you didn't set the emergency brake, you may have some responsibility for the car leaving its parked spot. In which case, your mom could have brought a claim. Now, of course, you said 2022, and it happened shortly thereafter, so the statute of limitations is long gone for that. she would need to
Right.
have sued you in sometime in 24 within 2 years of the date of the accident. So if she did not sue you, then she cannot sue you now. And if and if there was something wrong with the car and you wanted to bring a claim against Mitsubishi, likewise, that's a 2-year statute of limitations, and that's been gone. So I
Right.
don't think there's if no action was ever brought against you, then no action can be brought against you at this point.
Okay. Yes. I just was calling all over during the time, and no one seemed to have any answer for me or could help me.
Well, I would have said what I would have said at the time if I had spoken to you was, yeah, you need to have. I mean, every car has a black box nowadays. They can pull information off of there. They can run diagnostics, and obviously the car wasn't totaled, right? It wasn't so damaged
was
that it was
completely totaled.
not
It was
able to
totaled.
be tested after that. They could, put it in park, see if it moved anywhere. So there was testing that could have been done, and it sounds like it was done. And if it was, then the only conclusion one can draw from that, if there was nothing found wrong with the car, is that it was not set in park with the parking brake set.
Okay.
I don't have my basketball net up. Shantae, they didn't put my basketball net up.
It's in the car. I'm
And I-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Shantae, have a great Saturday. Thanks for calling Court Radio,
Thank
dear.
you.
Bye now.
It
You
just
too.
dawned on
Bye-bye.
me. Oops.
Yeah, I got no hoops.
Now, the investigator in me says, did she say was the car running or just parked? Did she say it didn't?
She did not. She did not. She implied that it was parked, but it could be parked and turned on. It doesn't.
Mom may
it
have
doesn't.
accidentally.
That's true
leaned
too.
on-
Yeah.
was in the center. I'm just.
But then it's a two-part thing, right? Because if you put it in park and set the parking brake, Mom has to release the parking brake and move it out of park. Doubtful that happened. But yeah, you could blame Mom.
I'm,
You can always blame Mom.
my mother did it. No, that doesn't even sound right coming out your mouth. Come on.
Anything else you want to say about
Well,
this?
that produce junction, if it's the one I'm thinking about,
We could blame Produce Junction.
part of it is sits on a
Absolutely.
hill,
It's a,
and if it gets disengaged, it could just easily roll down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. You shouldn't leave keys in the car.
I'm just when she said "mom" and brick wall, like whoa,
Yeah.
that did sound kind of dramatic.
she had to be a little startled. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Line 2. We got Darnell. Hey, Darnell. Welcome to Court Radio.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. What's happening in your world?
Okay, so long story short, I had Allstate life insurance policy for 30 years. Last year, I found, and it just ended this past, I'm going to say February. Ended. So I found out last year that they sold my policy to another company, but I've been paying Allstate for these last 30 years, and this other company has been taking premiums out of my cash value and depleted my cash value. What can I do about that? I think that was illegal. They stole my money.
Okay, let me understand this. So every month you're paying Allstate for a policy that Allstate sold quarterly. Okay, every quarter you've got proof you've been paying Allstate quarterly.
Yep.
And Allstate wasn't sending the money to the company that purchased your policy. They were just pocketing it. And the company that had purchased the policy was using your cash value to pay up your premiums.
Yes.
So you were, in essence, were double paying for how long? For how long?
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, do I think you're entitled to a reimbursement? Yes. Should it come from Allstate? Probably. I mean, I don't know all the paperwork that they provided to you to show that, but under any circumstance, even if you were wrong in having continued to pay Allstate, let's say they sent you notice and told you, hey, stop your stop paying Allstate and start paying us, and you just didn't see it, no, under any circumstance, Allstate would have to pay you back the money you paid them because they didn't own your policy and there was no reason for them to be taking your money. So you need to gather up all your paperwork and you need to show the Allstate that you've been making those payments and demand that they return that money to you, and with interest.
Exactly.
And if
I got to tell you now, Allstate said that these people wasn't supposed to take over my policy until the end of, matter of fact, April. They were supposed to start taking over this policy. They sold it to them 2 years ago. They wasn't supposed to take it over until my policy ended, which was 2026, April. That's when they were supposed to take over, but this company has been taking money out since Allstate sold it to them.
Okay, so you may, it's hard for me to tell during our conversation who's going to be at fault here, but I can tell you that it's going to be Allstate or the new company. And I would say, how much are we talking about here? What's the amount in controversy? What have they taken from you? What does it add up to?
At least $6,000.
Okay. So
anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000. 30-year policy.
All right. Now, where do you live? In Philly?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay. So you're going to need to go probably to the district. If you don't get satisfaction, if somebody doesn't pay you back, one or the other, and I think you need to prepare a letter outlining what happened, showing them proof, and sending that letter with proof to both companies. And if you don't get the money back, then you're going to have to sue them, both Allstate and the other life insurance company, and you're going to have to demand that they pay you back, one or the other pay you back. And you're going to do that at the district justice. So in New Jersey, your local district justice is who you're going to want to file your complaint with, suing both companies. Typically, when you sue a company, they must retain counsel. They can't just go in there, like a representative of the company can't go in there to represent the company by themselves. So now you've got two different attorneys who are going to be on the clock with these companies to pay you, on this $4,000 to $6,000 claim. I assure you, one or both of them will pay you what is owed to you, if that's what it comes down to.
Now, question: if she was to retain counsel, an attorney, can she sue for legal fees?
Maybe. Generally speaking, in the United States of America, litigants do not get attorney's fees reimbursed even when they're successful. So that's why I hesitate to say, yes, it can. You'll definitely. It really will depend on one of two things. Either you're entitled to attorney's fees under a statute. So if there's a statute that applies to this, such as a fraud consumer protection type statute, there may be attorney's fees built into that statute. Often there is. Or if the contract itself says the winner, if we have a dispute, the winner gets attorney's fees, then you get attorney's fees. So it's either got to be in the contract, and I would caution you to read your life insurance policy with regard to disputes between the parties, because there may also be, and if it's a 30-year-old policy, it's probably not the case, because it's only recently that there's clauses in these contracts that require you to litigate your cases in arbitration. Okay. And so what I told you about filing a suit, if there's an arbitration clause in the contract, you may not be entitled to file suit. So you have to look at your contract. But again, if the contract doesn't specify that the winner gets attorney's fees and there's no statute that applies, then you don't get attorney's fees, generally speaking. But in your case, you very well may get attorney's fees. Maybe what you want to do is compile all that information, right? Darnell, compile the information, the documents, the payments, the letters, whatever you got, compile that all and come down to the office and we'll take a look at that and maybe refer you to one of our attorneys who do that type of litigation, which would be consumer protection and fraud. We have attorneys who will do that, and they do get paid directly from the party who they're suing. So I invite you to give me an email with the documents so I can begin to get my head wrapped around it, and then I can refer you to an attorney that specializes in that area. Okay?
Okay. Yes. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Darnell. Take care and have a great Saturday.
Appreciate you.
215-227-2727. We are late for the break. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. Okay, you tubies. You're walking your dog or headed to work.
You're calmer than I. It must come with having money, because if my car had been stolen.
Yeah,
What?
So you just look at this camera.
it was shocking. You look out twice, you look out 3 times.
Did I park it someplace else?
Yeah.
Did you go through that hole?
Yeah, it's up in Newark.
Oh, they found it.
They did find
Well, no, I found it on my app. I can track it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that. Okay.
I don't know about this stuff right here. So you can send out your squad to go get your car.
Oh.
Your boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
So hold on now.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like driving me nuts. Oh, mother, I just texted you.
Yep.
Mother.
One of
I ain't
two
asked no
ways.
question.
Either people have some sort of device that opens gates,
Yeah.
right? And it's electronic. It's everything
be
by
compromised.
radio. Yeah, some kind of device. Or, over time, people have come and gone, and they, sometimes I give people the code to get in, and and so it's possible that that code has been compromised, which I'm going to change today.
Has there been a rash of car stealers in your area?
Has not. I don't know. Not that I'm aware of. I don't.
Carly,
pay
it
attention.
don't matter what I say.
G-Wagon being on
You
the
do
list
not
a lot.
trust that live assist.
I don't. I really don't. I don't know nothing about Live Assist. It scares me. I say just put it in manual. Did you know, unfortunately, Newark is the home of the black market. So literally, people will steal cars, drive it to Newark, ship them to like Africa. And
Yes, yes, I can picture that because it's right on the doorsteps of New York and the docks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that that's where it is. Now, whether they'll be able to get out there and locate it, who knows? Hopefully, yeah,
Thank goodness you had an app on your phone or something.
yeah. And then wait, what gets worse? Mia's pocketbook was in the car, all her freaking credit cards, her driver's license.
Yes.
I had something to ask
Yeah.
you.
Are you coming to the show? What are you doing?
Yes. But I have to do this.
Oh, okay.
What is this?
Talk to myself. I'll talk to YouTube.
Yes.
Good morning, and welcome back. I'm Dean Weitzman, your host at Court Radio every Saturday morning right here on 100.3 WRNB
And Classics 1079.
and in the whole world on YouTube Live. If you're watching us today, we're so grateful for you. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends, your family, pay them money to come on and check out the YouTube feed. We're looking to grow it. Our platform is growing, and we need more. In fact, if YouTube has questions, I'm ready to answer them. So shoot. All right, Carly. In the meantime, we're going to take a radio caller. How about Ernest on line 3?
Good morning. I'll see you next Saturday, but I was hearing you about EV riders.
Mm-hmm.
Would that also apply to the people on the scooters?
Yes.
And a high percentage of these people, none of them have insurance. Have you ever been in Washington, D.C.? As they rent the little scooters, no one says coming from behind you or anything, any forward warning. So I don't think that they're going to do anything because these guys, nobody hardly has homeowners insurance or even own a home that are these EV riders that are doing deliveries.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Now, if it's an EV rider who's riding for DoorDash or
Can you even?
Uber Eats, can you do that? I don't know. I think yes. I think yes, because you see bicyclists that are Uber riders.
Sure.
I think the answer is I think you can, and if you can, then Uber Eats is going to be on the hook, and Uber Eats will provide
Well,
insurance.
is any of these, wherever you're getting your food from, is it, you know what I'm saying?
But it's
Is it
not
the
just
distributor of the
Uber
food, the
riders and
restaurant? Is
delivery
it the
drivers.
driver,
Well,
the
if
carrier?
if the restaurant has private employees who are delivering for them, then the restaurant would be responsible if an accident occurs
Right.
with one
like
of those.
the pizza guys and
Yes.
those guys.
Yes.
On a workers' comp probably type of thing.
Right?
Well,
No,
the
you're not
employee may have workers'
Yeah.
comp, but it's not workers' comp. It's liability insurance for the restaurant that would cover any loss that they caused.
Right.
So same with Uber, same with DoorDash, and the gentleman stated, Ernest stated that he doesn't think most people have homeowners, and maybe he's correct. I kind of think of all the insurances you can buy, homeowners or renters
Renters.
insurance is the cheapest insurance. And people like to insure their property. You see that in cars. They over-insure their property and under-insure their body. So I think that people do. But first you have to have a police report. You have to identify who it was who did that to you. You need to get their ID so that you know their name and address. And then there's a decent chance that they will have some type of insurance, hopefully homeowners or renters. But yes, Ernest, if they have no homeowners, they have no renters, they're not working for a company. They're simply Manuel driving from home to work for his own personal transportation, and he has no insurances, you're going to be
Screwed?
Or
Yes.
or guess what? Or another wrinkle.
That's it.
If
That's the
they-
word.
Yeah, that's the
Screwed.
word.
If they live in a household that has insurance.
As long as they're a
That is our
resident of a
situation here.
household
Mm-hmm.
that has insurance. Again, policies, you have to examine the policies. Does the policy cover named insureds and residents, or does it only cover named insureds? We have, you have to dig down and look at the policy in particular, but it could be a problem. You're right, Ernest, and maybe, maybe there would be some at some point if they really got popular. Maybe there would be some statutes that mandated insurance for EVs. Possibly.
Is he still there?
I don't know.
Okay, see you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday.
He has a good point. Like I said, I'm in this world now. I'm all in this world. I have a horn. I use it on the trails. But he's right. Everyone doesn't. These delivery drivers, you'll never know they're behind you. These vehicles are so quiet. You can't hear them.
Right.
Most of these guys, for some reason, at night, they dress in black. You can barely see them. But I will say everyone's vehicles are well lit. Mine's is well lit like a Christmas tree at night. Others, you can see them, but they're not making any noise. And I wonder sometimes, as fast as I can go now, I say to myself, you know what? I wonder why these are street legal, but you better insure yourself. And these things need to be insured.
Because I wondered, it's like the difference between a bike and a motor vehicle, motorcycle. Is it the maximum speed that
yes.
it goes?
Yes. It's the power. It's the power plant that if a vehicle can go 50 miles an hour, and there are EVs that can
I'm about
do
to
that.
get one.
Okay. They will require a registration. I believe the number is 27 or 28 miles per hour. If it's less than that, then it's considered a non-motor vehicle.
Oh, so the 30, 35?
Huh?
It's less than 30 because mine is 30, 31.
Okay.
But anything above that, because I've been looking at them, 40 and 50 miles and 80 and 90.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to have a license.
Yeah, well,
you got to have
Well,
registration.
definitely 80, 90.
Yeah,
They go that fast. They do.
Yeah. Well, cars go that fast, and
Yeah.
they only have a electric motor, so why wouldn't scooters be able to do that?
Mm-hmm.
It all has to do with the size of the battery. And again, of course, I'm sure these scooters that go that fast are very heavy.
Yes, mine weighs 80 pounds.
Okay, and it's not a fast one.
Well, what do you consider fast?
Well, something that needs a registration.
Well, then, no, it's not considered fast in that regard, but you're
Yeah.
right. But the faster it goes, the heavier it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
215-227-2727. We got calls, but we always have time for more. So if you got a question, jump on the phone with us. We're going to talk to Leola on line 1. Hi, Leola.
Morning.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Welcome
Yes.
to Court Radio. What's your question?
Okay, my name is Viola, okay?
Viola.
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 Okay.
Right.
It's a wonderful name.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I had an incident waiting for a center bus. I was sitting in one of the houses there, and the weather changed. It got real windy, like a hurricane wind, and it started raining real heavy. And the wind broke the side glass panel on my left side.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I had got some glass dust in my eyes. I got some bruises on my left side of my arm. And I didn't realize it at the time that my side body part and my lower back side started aching after a couple of days. I said, where the ache is coming from? I thought it was arthritis, but no, it was part of the glass that blew on me, excuse me. So I went to the emergency room. The people came and supervised them, and the emergency truck, and they took me to the hospital emergency room. They worked on my eyes, gave me some bandages for my arm, and they told me if I still had a problem in the morning, to go see the ophthalmologist that they provided for me. So I did that, and they checked it out, and they said there was no more glass in my eyes, but it still felt kind of green to me. So they gave me some eye drops to take.
When did this happen,
Because-
Viola? When did this happen, Viola?
May 20th.
This year.
Yeah, this year.
Okay. So
What happened?
what you're describing is a potentially a claim against SEPTA, but maybe not. And here's why. I don't know who constructed that bus stop. I don't know who manufactured that bus stop. It may not be SEPTA. This may be a manufacturing defect. This may be an installation defect, or it may be a maintenance defect. And so any one of those is a possibility. And it also may be, you described, I get a picture of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, like the wind whipped up and the hail started coming.
The wind began to pitch, the house to pitch, and suddenly,
Okay. And so
we weren't in Kansas anymore.
it may be. Let's just take it to the extreme. When you got a gust of wind at 100 miles an hour, and the little hut that you're sitting in is only rated to 75 miles an hour. It may be that it wasn't negligence, right? Remember, we always have to prove negligence against a party we want to recover money from. We have to prove that they did something wrong, that they were not reasonable in the manner in which they maintained, assembled, or manufactured this hut. And so we've got to show that there was a problem with it. I don't know at this point whether you can show that whether it's been repaired, whether anybody analyzed it, but and that may not be SEPTA, okay, or it may be SEPTA.
Right.
I just don't know.
Okay.
So there's questions I have. I wish you a speedy recovery, and I guess the other issue is if this is something which is a long-term problem, like you're going to be suffering with this for months or maybe for even longer, then yeah, that's something you may want to look into, retain counsel, and have them do some preliminary investigation. The longer you wait, the harder that investigation gets. I'm not hopeful. I'm not extremely, excited about this claim in being able to prove the negligence of some party. We might be able to, but it doesn't scream negligence right now. because I don't know how fast the winds were whipping that day.
Sounds like an active guy.
I mean, one of the things that we would want to do is do a historical weather report from that area as close as we could get to it. There are weather stations throughout the city, and it's not uncommon for me to find out information about what the weather was in a particular location. How fast was the wind going? I don't think it was as fast as all that. If this was a 30-mile-an-hour or 40-mile-an-hour gust, that bus station, that bus stop should not have been affected by it. So we want to rule out the weather as being, some extraordinary thing. Then we need to find out what, SEPTA has uncovered as to what happened to that and why it happened and what they did about it to repair it. And then who's responsible? Maybe SEPTA will share with you if it's not them, if it's a third party. They want to get the liability off of their shoulders, so they'll identify who the third party is, if there is one. And if it's SEPTA, then you have the governmental immunity statute. And they're responsible for nothing except certain delineated exceptions to the governmental immunity. One of them is personal property that they control. So I think you're okay in that regard. I think you'll get past the general grant of immunity in this instance. And they may entertain the claim. They may say, yeah, it was our fault. We didn't maintain it. We haven't been out there to look at it for 2 years, and we should have been out there every 6 months to look at it to make sure it was safe. And there may be liability there. It sounds like you have what I hope is a small claim and not, something significant. But if it impacts your eyesight for a long period of time or maybe permanently, it may be a big claim. So, again, you need to retain an attorney or explore that with an attorney. It starts by making a phone call to an attorney. And if you're looking for My Philly Lawyer to look into this, then you should call us on Monday at the same number, 215-227-2727, and we can begin that process.
Okay.
Thank you.
I did call.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No. Tell me.
No,
Who'd you call?
I did call a lawyer before, but they said they couldn't take the case.
Yeah,
I
well,
thought I had evidence of how the glass fell on me.
Right.
They're
telling you what I'm telling you, which is it's hard. It may be hard, but again, SEPTA should have some information on that. What they're really telling you is it wasn't a big enough case. We weren't really excited about it, and they weren't going to entertain it. The question is, if you listen to court radio, why wasn't that law firm My Philly Lawyer that you called?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the question.
That's the question.
Next time, let sleeping dogs lie.
My brain wasn't thinking.
Okay, you had a brain injury. Now that makes sense.
That's another case.
All right, Viola, take care, dear.
All right, then. Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh. All right, we're going to have to take a quick break, but I want to just say this before we go to break. Call My Philly Lawyer first. And there's other people out there like Philly Lawyer or Philly something. Forget those people.
Or many names.
215-227-2727. Lock it in your phone and then don't call any other lawyers.
Come on.
We're out of here. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Really?
To her credit,
there
were some very windy days a couple of weeks
Well, that
ago.
doesn't help her.
Doesn't help her?
No. Well, how windy? Like so windy that a pane of glass that does not have a problem smashes, that doesn't help. But if they were supposed to do some inspections and failed to do those inspections and the glass was loose and
if there's negligence,
there's negligence, and then you combine that with a windy day, yeah.
Well, there were some windy days. I can attest to that. And she didn't say where, like you said, what part of town. That could matter. If you're in a wind lane. Well, in some places, like outside this door, when the wind is blowing at a certain angle, the wind blows harder than in other places, in other areas. And some areas are, I guess you would say, wind tunnel-ish, or the situations are better, that type of occurrence.
Gotcha.
I don't know, atmospheric and whatnot.
But I feel like for SEPTA, that's not far-fetched.
No,
Like,
not at all. I've
they
seen
really
that.
might have actual.
Do we have?
But he raised a good
YouTube
question. Who built
questions,
it?
That we can address once we come back from break.
Do you want to close out the show strictly talking about the live show? Angela has an estate question. It feels kind of loaded. Feels like she needs solved. But I could either send her to solve, or
Yeah, send her to
wanna do
solve.
it?
Because I'm going to take a YouTube question.
Okay.
Send her to solve.
There's not really one that's like. They're just talking about Manuel getting insured on the scooter.
Oh.
And as long as I have renter's insurance, I'm good, right?
Well,
Like
if you cause damage, yeah.
Yeah, if you cause damage and you have renter's insurance, you should be good.
And if I get damaged,
If you get damaged and it's by a car, then the car insurance would pay for your damages.
But if
But if you have a car at home, you better have insurance on that car at home
right?
to pay for your medical expenses.
right,
Car's been parked for 2 weeks. I love it.
especially he better have underinsured and underinsured.
motorists. If an uninsured vehicle strikes you, right, and you have uninsured motorist, your uninsured motorist will pay you for your damages.
You will read my policy live next week.
Yes, sirree, Bob. We're back, and I'm live in the studio. Dean Weitzman, your host of Court Radio, right here on 100.3 WRNB.
And Classics 107.9.
We're going to be live somewhere next week.
We are live. If you missed it at the beginning of the show, we are live next week at Chung Fa Supermarket on Sweetsford Road in Berwyn, Pennsylvania.
Correct.
I'm going to get you the exact address right now. It is 254 Sweetsford Road, Berwyn, Pennsylvania at 12 noon. Don't come at 10. We will not be there. 12 noon next Saturday, 254 Sweetsford Road, Berwyn, PA. You must send me an email to dean@myphillylawyer in order to get a ticket to the show. We have these fancy tickets. You'll be emailed a ticket. That will be your entree in.
Talk about the giveaways and the prizes.
Oh, we're giving away so much stuff. I got gift basket or
Baskets? Ooh.
gift bags for every single person who's coming.
Gives out the best
We
stuff,
got
man.
T-shirts for you. We got Court Radio hats. We got Court Radio mugs.
And live, Dean Weitzman. Yo.
Yeah, and Manuel Glenn and Tactics Eric Jackson
Carly, you coming?
and Carly. Yeah, everybody's going to be there. We're going to be. It's loaded up. The whole firm.
Hung Fa.
Hung Fa.
Sound like a character from Mortal Kombat.
People have been talking about you riding your EV. Be careful.
I have been. I'm helmeted. You see?
Yeah, well,
Helmeted.
he came to my office without a helmet. I almost had a heart
Yeah,
attack.
he's about to give it to me, y'all.
Yeah, and you know, driving around the city. Listen, you got a target on your back on that
Right.
thing.
He's right.
All right, a helmet, and I'd go so far as to say, you know, I wear motorcycle gloves when I ride my
do,
motorcycle.
But I'm
so
also going to get the suit.
yeah, you get a
Yeah.
little motorcycle gloves, you get a helmet, and if you take a spill, your fault or somebody else's, you will do a whole lot less damage if you're properly attired.
Well, let me just say this to anyone who's thinking about doing this as an enthusiast. Well, yeah, he's right. Wear a helmet, because I'm going to tell you something. You are going to fall.
Yeah.
You're going to fall. It's going to happen. Get prepared for
Yeah,
it.
and if you're wearing them shorts,
Yeah,
your little
yeah.
knees, your little knobby knees are going to get scraped up.
And when you're going this fast, guys, anything can happen. I'm not talking about these little toy things.
But
And the faster you go, the more you need.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. I know somebody who had a motorcycle accident, low speed motorcycle accident, okay? On a street where he wasn't going more than about 20 miles an hour, no faster than you do on that thing.
Right.
Hit his head the wrong way and died.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. It is not a
Now,
joke.
You'll love this. I
So
do stick to the trails.
no straps hanging down.
You
When
got on
you're
me for
wearing
that
a
too.
helmet,
You got on me for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else, Dad?
you got to put the strap on because when you go flying off that EV, the helmet's going to go flying
off
too.
He's right.
So strap it up,
He's
baby.
right.
Strap.
Strap it
You got to be strapped. You're in the city. You got to be strapped.
You're right, man.
All right. And then if you do have a car at home, please make sure you have the appropriate uninsured and underinsured motorists. Because if a motor vehicle strikes you while you're on your EV, your auto insurance will pay for your injuries. They'll pay you lots of money, thousands, hundreds of thousands if you got enough insurance. If you're injured seriously riding an EV, your uninsured and underinsured motorist will kick in.
Good.
So don't go out and be uninsured. Be properly insured. All right, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
Ain't saying
Folks,
enough.
we're out of time. I'll see you next Saturday. I'm looking forward to everybody coming and showing me love. Next Saturday, Hung Fa Supermarket, 254 Swedesford Road, Berwyn, PA. Send me an email. See you then.
Closing arguments.
No, we're done. No, I can't. That's the.
What's wrong with it?
Turn his earphone down.
Oh, I was talking. Okay. All right.
Like, no, I'm like, you're down. You're talking earphones. I'm like, what are we doing?
What was he doing?
I wanted you to shut the radio off.
I can't shut the radio off. Folks!
How long have you been doing this now?
Folks!
Okay, I had a brain fart.
What?
All right.
Detective, shut down the radio.
Shut it down now!
I paid for this hour. Shut it. Okay.
Hello, YouTube.
I'm going to break the dumpling eating record at Hung Fa.
Are you?
All right. Well, I got a dumpling place right there.
I'm going after
Yeah, she makes some killer dumplings.
it. Okay.
The YouTube is quiet today.
Yeah, nobody on.
They're on, but they're just not.
Well, let me ask YouTube this: who on YouTube is coming next Saturday?
Keenan, come on, Keenan.
Who on
Princess.
YouTube is going to get out of their easy
Come
chair
on, Princess and Keenan.
and
Come
drive to
on.
Berwyn to see us live?
Easy chair.
Princess Keenan.
I got a lazy boy. Thank you very much.
1986 call.
Is it?
Yeah, what?
Oh, man.
We got somebody coming?
Oh no, not yet.
Okay.
But
You guys aren't coming. Keenan, bring the wife. Come on, man.
Yeah. We're gonna have. Well, you're gonna miss a good time. I'll tell you that.
It's
Yeah.
12 noon. You get plenty of time. You sleep late. You get to come out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plenty of parking.
It's going to be a blast. But
And the food.
if you're not going to come, then I'll see you on the tube next Saturday because we will broadcast live at 12 o'clock. Do not be looking for us at 10. Yeah. We will broadcast live at 12. And we're going to have I'll bet you, I guarantee you, there's going to probably be at least 30, 40 people there.
Let me back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They said how long are you going to be at that location?
1 hour is the show, and then we'll probably,
Closing
you know,
arguments.
We'll
Yeah.
lollygag a
We'll-
little bit.
we'll
Talk to the
party
people.
around.
Fees,
Yeah.
read your insurance policy, right?
yeah,
all that
I'll
stuff.
read insurance policies. I'll answer questions after the hour's up. We'll eat together.
Give us some
yeah.
counsel. Well, you think any other guys may show up? Saul, or maybe somebody might.
We'll see.
Probably some of the other guys from the. Oh, I know Josh is going to be there.
From the King of Petro.
Josh is from Center City. He floats around, but he represented some of the people who are going to be one of the persons who's going to be doing a testimonial for us.
How is the King of Pressure off? You don't talk about it.
It's growing. The King of Prussia office is growing. We've got some activity up there, some clients in the area. We've got I made a relationship with a doctor up there that is treating our clients.
Part of the reason why we're doing Hung Fa.
Hung Fa?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's in
yeah.
the King of Prussia area, not too far from the office.
That supermarket is maybe 8 to 10 minutes from the office.
Exactly.
We can all do a drive by to the office afterwards too.
Yeah,
That sounds like
that
a
I'm
plan.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, folks, we're coming to an end here. I appreciate you listening in and participating, and I hope
to see
I
you.
see some of you next week at the supermarket. Be well. Have a great
Looking
week.
forward
Stay
to it.
safe.